Welcome to the Epic Man Podcast, the show about the wildest news in entertainment and culture and everything in between. I'm Josiah, and with me, my two friends and co-hosts, Ben and Mike. How are you guys doing today on this first day in 2021?
First day of 2021, indeed. That's
Indeed.
doing pretty good, actually. Doing good.
Yeah?
Woke up with a pep in my step, ready to take on a new year of challenges.
That's right.
Yep.
It's gonna be a great year, you know.
That's what we said last year, and well, I can't say it turned out. So
you know what? I'm actually gonna retire that because Ben knows this, but pretty much every year for the past 4 or 5 years, I've said this year's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be the best year of our lives.
And you know what happened every time you said that?
It got worse.
Yep, it just got worse. And it's no.
So, I'm a new man. Starting in 2021, I'm retiring that phrase, and I'm no longer going to say that 2021 is going to be the best year. It might be the worst year. You know what? Everyone's like, oh yeah, 2020 finally over. You know, we have a new year. This year's going to be even worse, everyone. I'm sorry to break it to you.
I'm not gonna say it's gonna be worse. I'm just gonna take. I'm gonna take every day as it comes and live life to the best of my ability.
Well, I mean that's a good way to approach things, but looking at 2021 as just a giant, just in a summary, 2021 is going to not be that great. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's just the way it's going to be.
Yep.
But
with that kind of attitude, yes. Yes, it will be. It will be horrible.
Actually, I'll say this. You know what?
It's all mindset.
2020 was an interesting year for the world in general, for our country in general. But personally, 2020 was a pretty good year for me. I'm not gonna lie. What about you, Ben?
Personally,
how was 2020 for you?
It wasn't good.
No.
Yeah? Why was that, Ben?
Oh, there was a lot of things.
Yeah? Why don't you tell us about it?
No.
Because you've been gone for so long, we got to get caught up on everything that's
going
on
into
here.
that today.
Well, you got Corona.
That was the last half of 2020, but
that was actually kind of a minor thing compared to a lot of the
I want to be honest, yeah,
so
let's point that wasn't
out for
even the
everybody.
worst.
Yeah, Ben getting coronavirus was one of the least bad things that happened to him.
It was a roller coaster for him.
It was a roller coaster of a year.
Well, you know what?
I mean, he had a kid.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Doesn't seem happy about that at all.
Actually, that's one of the very few bright spots of last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone says that. Everyone says that.
No, it's actually true, though.
It is true.
It is. It really is.
Being a father
wasn't so
awesome.
terrible.
Being a dad
is great.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
Unless you're dead, and then apparently it's the worst thing in the world.
There were some great things that happened last year.
Oh, okay.
It was just overwhelmed by a lot of the bad stuff.
I mean, we started this podcast last year.
Heck yeah, we did.
Yeah, that definitely overshadowed him having a child. You know.
I mean, this
is Mike having to sit with you. Jeez.
I don't have to sit with you.
Is a child.
This is on the other side of a Zoom screen.
Mike,
I don't have to.
Mike is a child that I have to watch out for, but he's a child that I hate. So
listen. If I'm a child, then why are you the one getting coronavirus and trying to spread it to everybody?
Because kids don't really get coronavirus.
Oh, they don't. Oh, you're a scientist. You're an expert on coronavirus.
I am. Yep. Oh, absolutely. Call me Dr. Fauci.
But did he get coronavirus?
Wait, what does this have to do with our topic today?
It has everything to do with the topic, Ben.
Because today we're going to be talking about 2020 as a year in review.
Yeah, but we don't want to talk about this.
2021 as the new year. You know, it's an exciting new time.
Oh, Ben, I could talk for hours about your misfortunes. I want to hear how sad you are, Ben.
Mike, how was 2020 for you?
Yeah, Mike, tell us.
I actually dug 2020 for the most part. Yeah, it was kind of crazy, and there were some big changes in my life and stuff like that too. But overall, honestly, them being like, "Hey, stay home, don't go out," and stuff. I was like, "Oh no!" Now I get an excuse to tell people not to come over. And Ben's like, "Hey, we should hang out," and I'm like, "Dude, I can't, man. we're locked down. I don't want you spreading coronavirus everywhere.
Wow.
You know, it's like
crazy. Would be the day that I asked.
They told Ben. They told Ben not to go out in public, and I don't know. I made me really happy to hear that Ben was trapped in his house and not able to get out in public at large.
Dude, being trapped. I'm gonna be entirely honest with you. Being trapped in my house for months was like the best thing that could have happened this year.
It absolutely is for everybody.
Yeah.
Could you imagine how bad it would have been if 2020, like Ben was out in the streets walking around coughing in everybody's faces?
I can't imagine it, Mike. I can't. I just can't.
I mean,
pooping in the bushes and stuff, and
Ben is a super spreader. Let's just be honest.
That's what I'm saying, man. He spreads his negativity. He spreads coronavirus. He spreads his bad opinions. Just like,
I don't know about that, but
everywhere.
Oh, dude, how can I forget? We got The Last of Us Part 2 last year.
Okay. All right.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Okay, maybe 2020 was worse than we all remembered.
Yeah. No. I mean, I liked a lot of things about 2020. I mean, and I didn't like a lot of things about 2020.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah, I don't know. It was just another year.
But
well, I mean,
let's put a positive spin on this and talk about our favorite things of last year.
I can't freaking wait to hear what your favorite things about this year or 2020 were, Ben.
Well, since we're staying in the realm of entertainment, let's see. Favorite things from 2020.
And don't you dare say The Last of Us Part 2.
You know what? Let's do it like this.
I will drive over to your house.
I know, right?
And
then how about you just tell us your top 5 favorite games, top 5 favorite movies. How about you do both?
I don't even know if I watched 5 movies last year.
I don't know if I've played 5 games.
Well, there you go. Make it work, Ben. Just tell us your favorite games and favorite movies from last.
Favorite games of last year were probably Call of Duty Warzone. I think that was that was awesome. I'm so glad we got that last year.
Yeah.
It revolutionized the battle royale, which I think is awesome. That's what we needed. Final Fantasy VII Remake. I thoroughly enjoyed that. It was excellent. Mike may not agree, but that's his problem.
Gamers may not agree.
I played a lot of Ark Survival Evolved. I know it didn't come out last year, but
I played
last year. It was a blast. Had a good time doing that.
Oh god.
Obviously, The Last of Us Part 2, best game of the year last year. But not everybody agrees about that.
Nobody agrees about that.
Just you, Ben.
Just me, apparently. It was. There was quite a few good games that came out. A few of them I haven't beat. I'll admit that. Like Ghost of Tsushima, I still need to beat that one, but I have really enjoyed what I've played of it. And then even Cold War, I enjoyed the campaign for. But and zombies is fun. I'm glad we have zombies again. That's not awful like Black Ops 4, so that's always a plus.
Yeah.
In the realms of video games, that was. Oh, and how can I forget Animal Crossings? Animal Crossings got me through so many months of quarantine, and it was a blast. And Mike is just dead inside that I'm saying that, even though it's an incredible game.
No, I like Animal Crossings. I would never talk crap about Animal Crossings.
Incredible game.
The original Animal Crossings is like one of the best video games of all time.
Honestly, most of them are pretty good.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Some of them came out on the Wii, and the Wii was like one of the worst consoles ever made. So.
Okay, well, the Wii didn't come out in 2020. So anyway,
but I'm just letting you know, if you're going to say all of the Animal Crossings were good, some of them came out on the Wii.
I said most of, not all of them.
Kind of interesting that Ben didn't mention Cyberpunk there. Huh.
Oh, I hadn't.
Huh. Interesting.
First off,
interesting.
I hadn't finished.
Oh, why is that, Ben? Is it not that good, or
no?
What?
Because I haven't finished Cyberpunk.
Coming in lower on the list of the video games, man. You're just really knocking them down.
All right.
Here.
Do you want me to list?
You said you didn't have. You want me to list my video games? 5 video games, and you
all of your video
listed
games.
6 of them. No. Do not list all of them. Do not make everyone sit here and listen.
Do you want me to list?
I asked you to name 5, and you were like, "I don't think I have 5," and then listed 6 above Cyberpunk.
That's because I forgot. I'm being entirely honest.
Oh, you forgot about Cyberpunk.
No, I didn't forget about Cyberpunk because I
confirmed Cyberpunk is a forgettable game.
I hadn't gotten to Cyberpunk yet. And first off, Cyberpunk is not forgettable. It's actually quite good. It's another game I have not finished yet, but I will finish it. Unlike some people here.
No,
Like who?
I'd straight up
Yeah.
just ask for a refund from.
He couldn't
from-
play the game, so
Sony.
he couldn't finish it.
Right, which
If
is
I had it, I
understandable.
would have beat the whole thing, but I'm gonna wait until it's fixed.
Mike, what about you?
Proud of
What
you.
were some of your
Well,
favorite
I wanted Ben
games?
to finish. I want everybody to see Ben in his fullest, most perfect state here. Please,
Perfect
Ben, finish
state.
your list. Tell us all. Favorite
Well, I don't want to hear every video game that Ben played.
No, I don't want to hear. I want to get into
I-
movies. Tell
honestly,
us
that
the
was
movies.
probably. Oh, and
Oh.
I also can't forget about Among Us. That was also another.
Yeah,
That
bright
didn't come
spot
out in 2020. Please keep
Oh,
moving.
it came out in like 2018, but
Please
everybody
keep moving.
discovered it in
What
2020.
are your movies, Ben?
Yeah.
Tell us about your movies.
Uh,
It wasn't discovered in 2020.
what movies came out last year?
Came out in this year.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember.
Onward came out last year. You like
Oh,
Onward?
I love Onward. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite
No, you
Pixar
don't because
movies.
you forgot about it. All right, moving on. Yeah. So, yeah, I do have to unfortunately agree. I thought that Warzone was a big bright spot. It was
Unfortunately, agree.
Why are
Well,
you
with
unfortunately
Ben-
agreeing with that?
because I don't like to agree with Ben about anything.
Okay.
Because he also thought The Last of Us 2 was a good game.
It's because it
Nobody else
is.
did. No, nobody else.
There
thought that.
there are other people out there that love that game.
Yeah, not
Ow.
people that actually have any worthwhile opinions. See, your body attacked you just now
No,
for saying something stupid
my
like that.
table attacks me.
You're making inanimate objects attack you because your opinions are so wrong. It's pretty bad when
You know,
somebody,
I
like,
wonder if there's anybody that watches this that wonders how I can deal and put up with Mike every week.
nobody wonders that, Ben, because you're not here half the time. So nobody gets to form an opinion.
missed
You're
2
not-
weeks.
You missed 3 weeks,
It was
and
3
no,
weeks.
you're not here half the time.
Three
Anyway,
But
weeks.
that's fine. That's
Listen,
fine.
That
That's
doesn't
fine.
matter.
I
It's
really
the
enjoyed
past.
Warzone.
That was 2020.
Hey,
We're in 2021.
Just
now.
like
let's
Kylo
not-
Ren says, let the past die.
That's
Kill
right.
it if you
Oh
have
yeah,
to.
you mean in the worst of the
No,
Star
I
Wars
think
movies?
the best of the new trilogy.
Nope,
but-
not
but,
even
like-
a thing.
Like, we're not ready for that conversation. So
We are ready
yeah,
for
that's
that
a
conversation.
tangent we just do not
Please.
want to go down.
tell me
now.
about your 2020, Mike.
Don't just
So-
throw stupid stuff out
What
and then
did you
just
love?
switch it up on.
Warzone. Warzone made the list.
I had a good time with Warzone. I had a great time every time I ever played Among Us. I had a great time. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed that.
It's a great time.
One of the things I really enjoyed though was honestly spending more time with my family. I thought that was
Oh, yeah.
great. That
Oh,
was a huge highlight. Ben, don't try to get in on this now. It's too late. You didn't say your family.
thought
You
we were
obviously forgot
about
about them.
games and movies.
Nope,
Apparently,
nobody
I
said
missed
that.
it.
apparently
Josiah
we're
said the
talking about
best of
families now.
2021.
Apparently, we're talking about
You
families
said
now.
best of 2020. Listen, I enjoyed spending time with my family. Also,
Is your family a
um,
video game?
they're a live action video game.
Well, I
do
mean,
not-
according to Elon Musk, we're all inside a simulation anyway. So
Yeah.
I, guess,
Also,
I guess it is. A video game, right?
one game that I can say that I really dug, and I haven't even beat all of it yet because I'm like really enjoying my time with it. Doom Eternal. Dude,
Oh,
I'm playing on the
yeah.
hardest difficulty, and I am just like I am getting my poop pushed in, and I am going for it. And dude, that game is so much fun.
I
Doom
heard that game
Eternal
was
is
a lot
a
of fun.
really good time.
Oh my gosh,
a
dude, it's
really
such a
good
great
time.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was so happy with that game. I
I
mean,
know a lot
like
of
it's
people
just
enjoyed
nuts. Yeah, well, Ben can't play it because it's too scary, but I enjoyed it.
What?
Josiah, I know you said that you enjoyed it too.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, dude, it's just that was a huge plus on the year. Those are like the 3 games I probably spent the most time with this
Mhm.
year. Played. I think I played The Outer Worlds at the beginning of the year is when I actually like started playing that and beat that.
Came
at
out
the
in
beginning of the
March,
year.
right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really
think it was
dug The
March.
Outer Worlds. I actually had a great time with that game. I think that was kind of a sleeper hit on the year, just because it came at the same time where everybody else was like everybody's lives were falling apart. But
I think it came out around the same time as Animal Crossings.
well, that's a shame. But yeah, I dug The Outer Worlds. I had a really great time with that. That was a huge plus for me too. Had fun with that one. And then I don't know. I thought there were some like decently fun movies in 2020.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
Sonic. Sonic was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sonic
I-
was a good time.
I thought Sonic was decent. We also one of the things that Josiah can't speak on and shouldn't have no opinion on. We got The Mandalorian season 2.
Yes.
We also got
did.
The Boys season 2, which I guess Josiah can kind of talk about. Because I think he watched it. I don't know
Yeah,
what he
it
watches
was-
anymore.
No, yeah, I watched The Boys season 2. It
Oh,
was,
did you? Oh.
It was. We actually did like 2 episodes on it here on the podcast as well.
I don't
but
remember what you've seen anymore at this point, Josiah. Because
we literally talked about it for like 2 podcasts.
I don't know. You
to
could
be
have just
fair-
went back. All I know is you could have watched the last 5 minutes of the last episode and told us you
Yeah.
watched the whole
Yeah,
thing.
Josiah, are we going to talk about
No,
that?
I don't do.
we're
I
not.
don't do that unless it's Star Wars. Then I'll do that. But
Mm.
I have integrity when it comes to everything else.
That hurts me.
Mm,
Hurts
but
me a lot.
no, yeah, we got The Boys season 2. We got 2 really good season 2s, which were a big plus on the year.
Yeah,
Um,
true.
we got a lot of cool announcements this year, even if we didn't actually get to see any of those announcements come to like pass because
Yeah.
the world fell apart and everything got pushed back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
man,
then
how
at the end
can
of the
I
year-
forget?
Nope, Ben, it's too late. I'm talking. I'm speaking. I'm speaking right now. Also, I watched Wonder Woman 1984 and I didn't hate it. I didn't love it.
I
but
also
hate it.
didn't hate it.
Oh God. Never mind. I didn't like the movie. Let's move on. Just I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, just
yeah, you guys can talk about Wonder Woman in a
Well,
little bit here because
I don't
I
wanna
guess
talk
that was
about
kind of a
Wonder
big
Woman.
thing that came out last week. So
What about
I
you?
don't wanna
What
talk
were your
about it.
what were your highlights in film and media?
well, as far as movies go, there weren't that many highlights.
Yeah.
I'm trying to even think if there were like any movies that just blew my mind last year, and I can't really think of anything.
No, that was supposed to be Dune's job, and
Yeah.
obviously we didn't get that.
Exactly. There were some pretty great shows that I watched last year. There's this one that I'm trying to remember what the name of it is.
Oh my God.
Wow, what a great show.
It's like such a simple name too. It's like oh man, I'll have to come back to that.
Wait,
But
what's it about?
well, it's a show that's on Amazon Prime, and it is about a guy, but I don't remember.
What is the one you're watching right now?
No.
Must have been so good you just couldn't remember it. You just like blocked it out of your brain.
Dude, it must have been
seriously
so
cannot
great.
Remember it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about a guy.
It was about it's like such a simple name of it's just like somebody's name. That's like the name of the show.
Dexter?
No.
You, Ben.
Well, I don't know. That's just
Ew,
the
Ben.
first show that came to my name, my
You,
thought,
Ben.
my mind,
You,
my thought.
you, Ben.
thought.
I'll try to remember it, but as far as movies go, like the only movie that I can really remember that I like enjoyed thoroughly probably from last year was Sonic, and that's about it as far as movies go.
Hey, I got a movie that you forgot about.
What's that?
Wait a minute. Nope, that movie did not come out in 2020. Yeah, it did. You know, a movie we went and saw in 2020 that we forgot about?
What's that?
1917.
Yeah, I mean,
It came out in January, dude.
Technically,
I guess
yeah.
technically that came out in 2020. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
us plebeians.
We watched
Yeah.
it in 2020, bro, in January.
I mean,
I
true.
forgot.
1917 is an incredible movie.
I forgot that movie.
Ben
came out in
actually does not
2020.
like 1917. Did you
Okay,
know that,
first up,
Mike?
that's not true. I only watched the first half because my wife and I had to leave the theater.
Oh my god, I'm gonna punch you in the face, like through the computer. You left the movie. You have an opinion.
We
Why
had to.
did you leave?
I don't have an opinion because I never said I hated the
Why'd
movie.
you
I
have to
loved
leave,
what I
man?
saw.
What
We had to
happened?
leave because it was just a little bit too intense.
Oh,
So
Hmm.
yeah, I
for you.
for both of us honestly, because I
think
was
your-
I was
pretty sure
having
your
a
wife was fine.
I know I was having a pretty rough time then, and she doesn't do super well with super intense stuff, so we had to end up leaving. But we meant to finish it at home. We just haven't had a chance to. I think it's on one
Very-
of the streaming services.
How kind of you to put that on your wife.
It
that
is-
She made you leave.
No, I literally said it was on both of us.
Well, it's okay.
So
It's an incredible movie, and the fact that you haven't finished it is kind of
I know I need to finish it. I watched the first half. Like I said, I really enjoyed what I saw, but I
Wayne.
haven't
Ben
That's the
pulled the
name of the-
reverse.
that's the name of the show, Wayne.
Wayne.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Wayne.
Wayne.
I haven't seen it.
It is
But I've heard it's good.
really, really good. So if
I've
you guys
never
get a
heard of
chance
it.
to watch it, check it out. Excellent show. But as far as video games go from last year, I think Warzone is definitely probably the biggest highlight just because we've
Spent
played
so
the
much
crap
time on
out
it.
of
Yeah.
It
and
makes me feel so basic talking about Call of Duty as like a highlight.
I know, right? Yeah,
But
I know.
That's the kind of year it was.
Yeah.
But
Like, well, at least we got Call of Duty.
But I mean, Call of Duty is really, I mean, at least with Modern Warfare and stuff, they really came back in a big way and stuff. I really do not think that Cold War has been like an improvement or anything really.
No.
But Modern Warfare was excellent. They did a great job with it. Ghost of Tsushima was another great game that came out last year that I loved a lot. The story was fantastic. I really dug that game a lot. Assassin's Creed Valhalla was a good time. Among Us was a great time as well. I played Fall Guys like twice and I got bored of it, so I stopped playing it.
I like Fall Guys. That was fun. That's fun.
It fell off so hard. Oh my goodness.
Fall.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. Their name was a little bit too ironic.
A little bit on the nose.
Doom Eternal was a great time as well. That game is so much fun. It is so much fun.
Then
I
don't
love
play
it.
It's scary. You won't like it.
Okay.
And I'd say that's probably my top 5 from last year would be those games. So
That's awesome.
It was a good time.
I did have something else that was a highlight that I did forget to mention. Josiah mentioned it. Well, starting the podcast has been great, but honestly, dunking on Ben repeatedly has been one of the biggest and most wonderful highlights of my year. I feel like Michael Jordan just dropping them in on him, like putting my nuts in his face as I'm going to the rim.
Oh wow!
It just making Ben.
I didn't ask for that.
Punishing Ben for daring to share these abhorrent opinions with the public.
For daring to be myself.
For making everyone feel bad and feel sad about terrible things that he says.
I didn't know I had that impact. But, all right. Oh, dude.
What?
The monoliths.
Yeah.
That was so wacky.
That was wacky.
Loved that too.
That
and then everything to do with Elon Musk and SpaceX and the launches of all the rockets this year and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Elon Musk is the MVP of this year.
Oh man, absolutely. Absolutely.
Honestly,
Elon Musk, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast had
Mr. Beast is always the MVP.
2020.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Beast killed it. Oh, dude. You know who else killed it this year?
Who?
Boy Josiah.
Yeah. Yeah.
40,000 subscribers at the beginning of this year.
10,000.
Into 2020, 10,000.
10,000.
Into this year. 187,000?
Yep. I've gained 177,000 subscribers since the beginning of January.
Boom. Listen to that. That's an MVP right there.
That's pretty crazy.
Jeez.
Dude,
pretty doggone crazy.
I want to congratulate our boy. He worked hard and he is kicking butt and taking names. He deserves all the success that he's gotten. And I'm super happy to be having watched it and having supported him. I'm like, Ben. And being here every step of the way for him, never abandoning him and leaving him by himself on his podcast. I'm just happy to be here, you know?
Am I a meme to you?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. You know what?
Ben, you are a living meme.
I am a living meme, but I always have been.
Yeah.
The living meme.
But no, it was a good year, and it's just the beginning. We're just getting started.
I know. But I just know that Josiah won't give himself the credit that he deserves. He worked hard on this. And you know what? I'll give Ben a credit. It's the end of the, this stays in 2020. It dies in 2020. But Ben helped to start this thing, and he's here.
True.
And when he's here, he's here. When he's not here, he's nowhere to be found, hiding in monoliths in Romania.
No, I'm being captured by aliens and probed.
Ben is. Let's give him some credit though. He's been here for 3 weeks in a row though. That's pretty big. That's pretty big.
New starts, man. Listen, you got to start.
That's what somewhere. I like to see. I like to see that consistency right there.
Ben's going to try to finish something this year, like 1917. He's going to try to finish watching.
There's a lot of things I'm going to try to finish this year.
I'm proud of you, Ben. Proud of you, Josiah. Proud of you guys.
I'm proud of you, Mike.
Well, thanks. I haven't done anything.
Well,
which is why I didn't say I'm proud of you, but I'm proud of you, Mike.
I mean, Ben, how many screenplays did you start?
No, Mike. Let's be honest. You did a big thing last year. You did your screenwriting course, which was
I did.
That was big.
I started working on my screenplay. I did not finish it at the end of the year like I wanted to.
I didn't realize you were taking that.
I already took it. It's been done.
Yeah,
Like
I
I did it
didn't- I
like
didn't-
forever ago. But
Didn't realize that.
that's because you don't pay attention to me and you hate me, and I get it.
I hate you.
That was
Mike.
like
You're rude.
last like spring, and
No,
Oh,
you're
so
rude,
nice.
and you're rude, and you despise me, and you know
Oh.
you don't care about my life, and that's okay.
No,
I get
Mike,
it.
I do. I'm
Oof.
happy that you're pursuing screenwriting. I'm interested to see what your screenplay is about. If you
Well,
wish to share.
I will say that I will vouch for Mike. He is a very talented writer.
Well, that's
Really?
very good.
That's
very
awesome.
talented writer.
That's sick.
So, yeah.
I always appreciate fellow writers because I don't know
And-
if Mike knows that I write, but that's something that I've been passionate about for a long time.
Now I just got to get you guys to finish some crap.
Yeah, I have a very hard time finishing the things. I literally have so many novels that are like halfway done. Like
Yeah, I actually like have made some headway on my screenplay, and I think I'll be able to get it done by the first half of the year.
Good.
Nice.
Well, I'm
And
gonna hold you to that. So
I have like 3 novels that are like at 30,000 words and just sitting there.
you should just like randomly just combine all of them and then just make
Just
one
make it
novel. and
one
people will be like, "What the
gigantic-
heck? How do these new characters come from? What are they doing here?
What
What's
happened?
going
Then
on?"
they'll read the name. They'll read the name. and
But-
they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, Ben finished."
To be
something."
fair,
Yeah.
no one has read like any of my stuff, so I can't sit here and say that anybody would say that my writing's
sure about
excellent.
that?
But it's a lot of
I may
people
have
that
I've read
my
some of your
stuff.
stuff in the past.
Yeah, years ago. My stuff has
Yeah.
changed a lot.
Oh
Got a
wow.
lot gayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's writing erotic.
I don't
fan
know. Some of
fiction
Ben's
now.
early stuff was pretty gay too. So
He's writing erotic fan fiction now, and like
I
Sherlock
mean,
Holmes fanfic, and he just doesn't want to tell us what he's doing.
that's when I was like 17 that I wrote that, Mike. But you didn't know me then.
Ben was like super gay back then. Let me tell you.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Listen, that's not an offense. It's not an offense to gay people. There's nothing wrong
No.
with that.
No.
But do you want Ben part of your ranks? Like that's,
That is the question we must ask.
Derek,
we got him married off as
Derek.
fast as we could.
So
I don't know who
looking
Derek is, Ben. So let's move
you
on.
don't know who Derek
looking at turning our backs on 2020 and looking
Ben.
forward to 2021.
Without
What are
Ben.
some of the games of 2021 that you guys are looking forward to?
Ooh.
And movies, I guess. Let's just kind of combine them all because movies are going to be a little bit weak probably in 2021 as well.
Absolutely. Let's start with Josiah. Let's reverse order this.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
Give us something.
Well, the main game that I'm hoping does still come out in 2021 is going to be God of War Ragnarok. I hope that game comes out.
No.
I need it. I need it so badly. I don't know if it's going to, but we'll see.
Mike can't play that.
Another game that Mike can't play that I'm really looking forward to is Horizon Forbidden West.
Yes.
So those are
Nope.
2 games, and funnily enough, those are like some of the most anticipated games of this year as well. So
I think for
um,
most people.
yeah, exactly. Everyone except for Mike.
I I don't-
Everyone
I
except
don't
for
know
people
why-
who don't have PlayStations.
Well, yeah. And why would I buy a PlayStation for a game that doesn't sound that interesting? It's weird.
So those are definitely a couple of games that I'm really looking forward to. I'm
Mm-hmm.
interested to see what Deathloop is going to be like. I don't know, like
It looks intriguing.
yeah, it looks interesting. So we'll see if that is any good. I've been pretty interested in what they've shown so far for it. I'm really hoping that Hood Thieves and Legends will be good, or Outlaws and Legends. I
Yep.
hope that's good. There's a lot of potential for that game, and if
That's
if they pull it off, like the thing is that it looks like a really cool game. It's like a heist type of game, but it's
Mhm.
like multiplayer co-op, and you also play against other people as well. So it looks pretty cool. So hopefully that game turns out to be good. I'm interested to see how the Gollum game is going to be as well. That'll be interesting. We haven't gotten too much information about that yet, but
Is that coming out this year?
it's supposed to. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
And basically it's kind of like a game where the choices you make in the game affect if you become more like Smeagol or more like Gollum. So
Interesting.
it could be interesting.
Do you eat raw fish or do you eat cooked potatoes?
That is the question.
Yeah.
That is the question. We don't know like about too many games yet as far as like multiplayer type of games go, but I do hope that we get some solid multiplayer type of games this year.
I mean,
So-
obviously, we'll be probably looking forward to the new Call of Duty because got to see what it's like. Who made it? You know.
Yeah, hopefully it's good. I don't even know if I wonder if Infinity Ward is making the new Call of Duty this year as well, or what.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. I don't know
Who
about
knows?
that.
We'll find out, I guess.
As far as movies go, Dune. That's pretty much like
Dune is the only answer.
literally Dune is like the only thing that I need. Like I desperately need to come out. Besides that, there are some movies I'm looking forward to. I'm interested to see how Black Widow is going to be. Raya and the Last Dragon is going to be interesting, but I swear I will not pay money for it to watch it on Disney Plus. I will absolutely not do that. No way. Morbius, I'm actually pretty interested in Morbius as well.
Very excited for that.
Yeah. So I think that's they're talking about Sherlock Holmes 3 possibly coming out with this year with RDJ and stuff. Hopefully that happens because I am very, very excited about that.
Yeah, that's actually a thing. I'm pumped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's about it as far as movies go for this year. Shadow and Bone is a new series that's going to be coming out on Netflix that I'm interested to watch. And Stranger Things season 4 is something that I'm very excited for as well.
That'd be legit.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I need in my life? I need the Dragon Prince season 4, but
yes.
I don't think that's probably going to come out till like next year, unfortunately, because they haven't even mentioned when it's coming out. They greenlit it, but I don't know if it's in production or whatever. But
I think I saw that it was supposed to be coming out in 2022.
That would make sense.
But yeah, so it's going to be a little bit still for that, unfortunately, but I'm very excited for that as well.
Sure.
The Last Kingdom season 5. I'm excited for that as well.
Season 5.
Yeah. Yep.
Jeez.
So very hyped for that as well. So yeah, that's about what 2021 looks for me. What about you, Mike?
So just off the list, like as far as games, I'm actually kind of looking forward to Far Cry 6. I dig the Far Cry games. Some of them are hit or miss. Like the most recent one was kind of disappointing. Some of the gameplay and stuff like that. But Giancarlo Esposito is like the bad guy. Like, come on. Like, and it's set in Cuba. Like, I don't know. This is just kind of going back to like the tropical roots of like Far Cry. I don't know. I look forward to that, especially on like next gen consoles, to see what they can do with that open world format and that run and gun format. So that I'm actually looking forward to the Hogwarts Legacy game.
Oh yeah. My wife is very excited for that as well.
Yeah, the little bit that I've heard about it, they're saying it's like bully, like a bully version of like Hogwarts. So it's like kind of open world, like go where you want to go in the school and go outside of the school and do stuff. I'm like, that could be a lot of fun. I don't know. I look forward to that, especially in the time period it's set in. So there's potential for a lot of like cool, unique, interesting things to run into.
Hopefully you can shank other students. That would
be fun. Yeah. Or, shoot them with a spell, Avada Kedavra, a bunch of students and stuff.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. I mean, just straight up shank them. That'd be awesome.
Just go up to them, just be like, hey, this isn't a wand, this is a dagger. And
I will absolutely play it if you can do that.
You're dead.
Boom. Gotham Knights is one I'm kind of curious about. The continuation of like the Arkham series.
I was gonna say, is that continuation?
I actually don't know too much about that one.
Yeah. I don't know. It just looks like it could be interesting. It also could be absolutely terrible. I don't know.
Yeah.
You mean like
Arkham
Knight?
What did you just say?
Arkham Knight was not a terrible game, Ben.
No, it wasn't terrible.
Oh, I thought you said The Dark Knight. I was like, what?
No, Arkham Knight was a disappointment compared to Arkham City.
The other ones were just better.
Don't you dare say that it was, I'll come at you. I swear. Movies coming out. Yeah. So I have a huge list of movies that I'm actually super pumped for this year. But number one is Dune. Like, if your number one isn't Dune, you're obviously wrong.
True.
Except for Space Jam, which is pretty dang close.
I am pretty excited. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that too. Yeah.
Everybody's pretty universally excited for Space Jam too. We all know. We all know. No, we're getting Ghostbusters, the new Ghostbusters, the one that's actually supposed to be the sequel and not what the thing was that they tried to do a couple of years ago that didn't work.
Yeah. Yep.
Which
Ben probably enjoyed for some reason.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm
super excited for Black Widow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's taken us way too long, and we should have come out like 6 years ago. But yeah, I'm pumped for that. Mission Impossible 7 potentially coming out at the end of the year.
True. Yep.
Pumped. Like, dude, all the Mission Impossible movies have been great, and the last one was like way better than I thought.
They just one-upped themselves every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
And like Tom Cruise is like, hey, listen, this COVID thing, we got to get this in order because we got to stop the bad guys. So yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm actually kind of curious about Godzilla versus Kong. I mean, it's a big stupid fight movie. I'm good with that. Yeah. Then like I don't know, there's a couple like question marks, but I'm kind of like excited but hesitant. We got like Shang-Chi coming out, which I'm like, what are they doing with that? We haven't seen any marketing for it, like almost no visuals for it, no leaked anything for it. It's just nothing. So I'm like, that could potentially be like really cool, and maybe they're holding it back, or maybe it comes out and it's garbage, and we're all like, oh, that sucks. That's a thing that happened.
Yeah.
Same with James Bond, the new James Bond movie. I want it to be good. Everything is kind of pointing towards it not being good because they don't seem to understand James Bond anymore. But you know, Ben's excited for it, so that's a thing.
I'm excited about it. Yeah.
I'm actually hesitantly excited for James Gunn's Suicide Squad.
I'm pretty excited for that. Yeah.
I think the idea of it is really cool, and I think this year we're also getting the series for Peacemaker, which is like John Cena's character in Suicide Squad, which is like a rated R version of the like Suicide Squad. So I don't know, that'll be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then we're also getting the Matrix 4 this year.
Yeah. Yep. We are.
It's like, where's that coming from? Like, what's going on?
I have a confession.
Oh God.
I have never seen The Matrix.
Oh my! What? Bruh.
I wanted to see Mike short circuit when I said that.
The Matrix,
you mean the Matrix,
is
like the sequels? You mean the sequels? You haven't seen like Matrix Reloaded Revolution? I can understand that. I mean, the sequels are good, but I can understand that you didn't see those as a kid.
No, I didn't see The Matrix. I've never seen Keanu Reeves donning a black trench coat with sunglasses on.
He doesn't even do that till the end of the movie, man.
That's like Mike's favorite movie of all time.
Ben.
Yikes. So this is where we're at right now, huh?
So we have some other stuff coming out. It's Cobra Kai season 3.
That's already out, Mike. It came out this morning.
Well, I mean, but it came out today. It's 2021, Ben. I can be excited about it. You haven't seen The Matrix, Ben. You can't call yourself a nerd and not watch that movie. What's wrong with you, Ben?
Ben?
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say for yourself in your defense?
Absolutely not.
Wow. There's
no reason for you not to have seen that movie, Ben. I can't believe you.
Well,
I can't believe you've done this.
I got the reaction I needed.
Ben, it's been 22 years, Ben. I was 9 when it came out.
I promise I'll watch it.
Will you?
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I think you're just gonna do what Josiah did. You're gonna watch the last 5 minutes and be like, "Yeah, it's cool when Neo did the thing with the trench coat and stuff," like you just did.
I know there's a character named Trinity.
Oh my God! You know what?
You
know what? I was excited for things. Not excited for anything anymore. 2021 is dead to me.
So that's my turn. All right.
Well, if you get kidnapped, you know why. You know that Mike is kidnapping you to force you to watch The Matrix.
It's okay. We still have to kidnap you to force you to watch Batman v Superman: The Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, but to be fair, I've also given you like an entire list of things that you need to check out as well, and you don't ever check any of them out. So
yeah, Ben.
Nope.
So
nope. All right. So enough of that.
Yeah.
Mike, what else are you excited for?
I'm done.
He's done. Yeah,
Go, Ben. I'm done with you.
Okay, let's see.
2021 is dead to me. It's over.
2021.
Let's go.
Well, first off, I'm very excited for the Snyder Cut.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Mike didn't even mention that at all.
I'm surprised Mike didn't mention that.
Wow.
I mentioned it enough.
That just goes to show just how amazing Justice League is. It's so
Justice
amazing.
League is not amazing, but
don't say stupid things, Josiah.
No one cares about
You're better than that, Josiah.
All right. In 2021.
You're
very
better
excited
than this.
Very excited for the Snyder Cut. I'm also very excited for Suicide Squad, as mentioned before. I think Raya and the Last Dragon looks really interesting. I'm not going to pay that premium price to watch it, though.
Thank you, Ben.
Sorry, Disney Plus.
Thank you. I'm going to hold you accountable to that. If you end up paying that, then
no, dude, I could spend $30 on so many other things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And they're going to be releasing it for free eventually anyway.
Yeah, I'll just wait. I'll just wait.
Thank you. Thank you.
I made that mistake with Mulan, so I
my
won't make
gosh.
that mistake again. I've learned
Mulan?
from my ways.
You bought Mulan?
I did.
It's not even buying. It's like early.
It was early access.
Yeah.
Highway
okay,
robbery, you mean?
That's 2020.
Yeah.
We won't talk about that anymore.
All right.
Let's see what else. Dune obviously is my most anticipated thing
Oh
of
my
next
gosh,
year.
yes.
Can't
That-
believe you
Yes.
fucking bought.
I'm so excited for Dune.
Mulan.
I don't really care about anything else besides Dune. Dune is like here, and everything else is like here.
Yeah.
You know, Uncharted. I'm anticipating.
Ew.
I think it'll be interesting.
Well, you're pretty excited for Horizon Forbidden West. I know that.
Well, I'm talking about movies.
Okay.
Not-
Well,
not
you
ga-
just
not-
switched.
not-
Okay.
not games
You
yet.
like how
Yeah.
he just
No,
how he just like blew you off, Josiah, when you're trying to talk to him about
Well,
stuff he's excited
No,
about?
Uncharted
He's
is
like,
a movie.
shut up, Josiah, don't talk to me about this stuff.
Uncharted
Rude.
is a movie, not a game. So
Yeah.
So I didn't change.
Well, it is a game too, but
well, okay, but I'm excited about the movie. I'm talking about movies.
okay. All right.
Dang it.
You need to calm down.
What else?
You
What
just
else
said
is coming out
dang
this
it.
year? Dang it.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
old
getting
man.
serious now.
2021 is dead to me. 2022.
It's
What
I'm
else?
backwards,
looking
but
forward to.
I'm forgetting all the movies now. Maybe there isn't
They're
that
not
much
that
to look
important
up
to
for.
you.
Yeah.
There's-
it's really
not
not.
down
What about
to
Black
you,
Widow?
but-
You excited for Black Widow?
No, he's not
I
excited
really
for
could
anything.
care less about Black Widow. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I am kind of looking forward to Shang-Chi just because I think Simu Liu is really good.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to
in the main
Shang-Chi
role.
anymore.
You know what?
Uh,
Another movie that I'm actually pretty excited about is The Last Duel. We don't know too much about it yet, but the cast is pretty great, and it's it's made by Ridley Scott, so I'm pretty excited for that as well.
I'm always intrigued by Ridley Scott stuff.
I mean, it's got
um,
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck playing in the lead roles and stuff, so it's
Yeah.
gonna be.
Oh,
And Adam
I'm-
Driver's in it as well. It's gonna be
I'm
pretty.
very interested to see how much of a disaster Chaos Walking is.
Oh yeah,
I am very, very interested to see how much of a disaster it
yeah,
is.
that's gonna be interesting.
And if it really is as bad as they say. I'm excited about Morbius. I'm
Yes.
excited about Mission Impossible 7. Can't forget that. I am excited about Top Gun Maverick. Yeah.
What about
Besides that,
Cruella? You excited for Cruella?
Absolutely could not care any less about that movie.
I'm actually really surprised to hear that, Ben.
I really don't care
Huh.
at all.
What about Sing 2? You excited for Sing 2?
No. I'm not. And I
And the
liked
thing
the
is,
first one. I'm still
I'm
not
gonna be
excited
watching.
about it.
I'm gonna be watching Sing too. I know that. So.
Oh, I also am.
I am a big fan of Sing, so I will
Thing is a
definitely
good
be watching
movie.
it.
I just
right.
I'm gonna
care
be
about
watching it because my kids want to see it, not because I want to see it.
The first Sing is a good movie.
It's a
Mike.
good movie.
I'm really
Good
excited
time.
for West Side Story.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Ghostbusters Afterlife. Looks interesting.
Mhm.
I'm really excited for In the Heights because I love Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Okay, Ben, you've
What?
seen the original Ghostbusters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just
Yeah.
making sure.
What happened in
I've
the
also seen
original
the remake.
Ghostbusters, Ben?
It's been. I was probably like 6 when I saw it. So please.
Oh my
it's-
god, and you
it-
haven't rewatched it again
No,
since
I
then.
haven't.
Cool. Okay.
Eek.
Yep.
So basically, you haven't watched
Okay.
it.
I am excited for Venom 2, which I think is coming out next year. I think,
You mean this
I
year?
don't know, Ben.
or this year. Sorry.
I don't know, Ben. I don't know.
You know what else I'm excited for is Spiral.
I don't know anything about Spiral.
It's another freaking Saw
It's
movie.
in the Saw universe.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He's excited for that, but he can't watch 1917.
Okay, I didn't say I didn't like scary stuff, Mike. All right. Anyway,
No. No.
I'm also very excited for the Resident Evil remake.
Really?
You know how I'm excited.
Yeah.
How excited I am for that movie.
Oh yeah, we're still
Um,
talking about that. I thought.
And
that
they
was
did finish. They
anyway.
did finish filming it. They
That's
announced
good.
that
They did?
finished. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
they finished filming it. They're in post production now. So
Yeah,
hopefully,
nobody else has heard about
I think
that.
it's coming out in the summer. I think is the.
I didn't even see a release date for it when I looked through movies for coming out this year.
So, as far as like video games go,
Yeah.
And made it up.
Horizon Zero Dawn is top of my list. You know,
Yes.
or,
The game
or,
already
sorry,
came out,
Horizon
though.
Forbidden West.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you don't even remember
Mike.
the name of the game because you don't even know. 'Cause it's not real. Once again, it's a fake game. Fake news.
Mike.
PlayStation
The
has the
biggest-
realest games.
It does.
It really doesn't.
I am excited about the second God of War, but I didn't think that was till 2022.
It's kind of they're not sure at this point. It's kind of
Okay.
up in the air. So
I'm very excited for Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 8. That's also really high up there on my list. What else comes out this year, games wise? I don't know. Horizon Forbidden West trying to just takes precedence over everything.
You said that, Ben.
Well, it's hard to think about any other games coming out when you got a potential masterpiece.
It'll be a masterpiece.
That's
It
a strong
probably will
word,
be, considering how much of a masterpiece the first one was.
Oh yeah.
I trust Guerrilla Games.
Mm.
They know how it done. They know how it's done.
Mhm.
The new Harry Potter game looks really interesting. I think it has the potential to be good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Deathloop looks interesting. There's a few other games that they were announced at like the at E3 and then the PlayStation event that look really interesting. I don't remember their names right now, but they look really cool. So I probably will check some of them out. I'll have to look up the trailers. I can't remember the exact names. There's like the one about like the girl with like the staff and like the little animal friend or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That looked really cool.
Yeah, I don't remember what that was, but it looked interesting.
Me either, but it looked interesting.
I mean, it's a PlayStation game. It's probably going to be great. So,
right, exactly.
Dying Light 2 is actually a game I'm very excited for coming out.
I didn't realize that was coming out next year.
21 as well.
I mean,
You haven't played the first one, Ben, but I've been
Last of
asking
Us
you
2
to
coming
play
out
it
on
with me, but
PlayStation.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Um,
But that's a good that's a good game. It's a good game.
that's
And
what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
hopefully it'll be crossplay so that the Xbox peasants can play with us as well. So
I mean, why would I need to do that? I'll be playing Halo. So
Oh yes, I'm very excited for Halo. I
Yeah.
can't forget Halo. Thank you for reminding me that came out. That's coming out this year.
I'll be playing that, and not whatever games you mentioned that aren't important enough, or
What
The Last of
else?
Us Part 3, where they kill all the main characters off and then
everyone
replace
dies in
them.
it.
Yeah, and they
I think
replace them.
Ghost- replace them with
Ghostwire
crappy
Tokyo
characters.
looks really interesting.
Yes. Yeah. I'm very excited for that as well.
That one looks interesting. I actually kind of am excited for the new Ratchet and Clank game as well.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else is coming out besides Halo Infinite? That's a big one.
Outriders. Who's excited for Outriders?
Outriders. What was that? Oh,
Wow,
did we see a
Josiah never
trailer
gets
for
left
that?
hanging like that, and he just got left hanging. We're both like, what the hell?
Did we see a trailer for Outriders?
the hell?
Yeah, they've been releasing trailers, gameplay footage, everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Oof, I didn't
Man.
even hear about that. Wow.
Huh.
I mean,
All right. Well,
There's the remasters of Mass Effect, the original 3 Mass Effect games.
well, I'll also be playing the crap out of that. You guys get to experience the first game for the first time. Congratulations.
What? I've played all the Mass Effect games, Mike.
Well, if you're a PlayStation user, then you didn't get to play the first game. So
No, I played them all on PC, Mike.
No, okay. So you had to jump to a better console because you didn't have it on PlayStation. Cool, I got you.
Mercy. All right, Mike. Whatever.
PC
Josiah has
Master
not
Race.
played them though. So,
I have not.
Well, it's
I'm
'cause,
interested in New World because I like MMOs, so I'm really interested to see some of the new MMOs that come out this year.
But you're
I don't know
excited
if
for
they'll be
Crimson
good.
Desert as well.
No.
Man, everything I've
Um,
been seeing about New World does not look that great to me.
It looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
a crappier version of.
I will give it a
Greedfall.
try. I will give it a try because at
Um,
least I'm willing to do that. I'm like,
I'm
that.
excited for the new Battlefield game, which is supposed to come out this holiday season. So,
What? What?
what else?
Call of Duty is also going to be coming out this holiday
You're
season
excited
as
for a
well.
Battlefield game? Did you play the last one?
Yes, Mike.
Battlefield 5 was awful.
It was awful, but Battlefield 1 was very good, and
got
Battlefield
a free-
4 and
I got a
Battlefield
free
Bad
copy.
Company are great games.
Battlefield Bad Company is awful as well.
Well, you're wrong.
I literally played like Battlefield 5 for like 5 seconds and was like, it was a free like thing there, like free weekend, and I was like, this is a game.
Yeah, it's
It
not
is a
good.
game.
It's not good, Mike.
It was like they put like a bunch of guns in like elderly people's hands and put them in mocap suits, and then they were just like, go for it, man.
But yeah, as
They
far
took
as
their-
like
They took
games
their
and movies
walkers
go, I
away
think-
and watched them limp around the room.
I think those are the big things. Obviously, Horizon Forbidden West and the Snyder Cut and Dune
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
Resident Evil Village. Those are kind of the
Mhm.
highlights for me
Yeah.
of like things to
Resident
look
Evil's
forward to.
not really a highlight
Yep.
of anything.
Okay, Mike, Resident Evil is one of the best franchises ever made, and it's been something
Yeah,
I've played
whoa.
for a very long time, and I love it. So of course I will be supporting it.
That's the thing.
Have you not played Resident Evil, Mike?
Yeah, I played a lot of Resident Evil games.
Yeah,
I-
which
I-
ones,
I-
Mike?
Especially like the ones where you can walk and shoot at the same time.
Which ones, Mike? Which ones did you play?
I've played 1, 2,
Yeah.
5, and 6. No,
Okay,
7.
then you have
5 and 7.
missed some of the best Resident Evil.
Of course I have. Because if I had played all of them, you'd be like, well, then you missed the second offshoot of the third one where they remade it and it was better.
The best Resident Evil is the best ones are 1, 2, 4, and 7.
I hated 4.
I literally
I
said
could not get
I
into
played
4 at all.
1, 2, 6 and 7, or 5 and 7. So I missed one of those games, and you're like, you haven't played.
6 is okay, and it's much better than 5. 5 is the worst Resident Evil game ever made.
I could not get into them that much.
They're not.
Yeah,
my
I
thing.
tried. Austin
not
tried
for
to get me
everybody.
to play them, and I was just like, man, I'm
They're
sorry.
not for everybody. I mean,
AKA, they're not good.
I grew up with Resident Evil, so I've kind of been attached to it for a long time. But you like, I don't know. It's not, like I said, it's not a game that's for everybody by any means. So, like Mike, it's not for Mike.
It wasn't for Josiah either.
May not be for Josiah.
Yeah, but it's for
But
you.
there's a lot of very good. Yeah, it's for me, and there's a lot of good storytelling potential. And Mike, you know what? I wish Last of Us Part 3 was coming out next year, just so it could once again be the game of the year.
Yeah, because they paid the reviewers to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't get paid anything. So
Well, you're not like an
that's
official
because you
reviewer,
don't.
but
Yeah, you don't do that officially for them. So it's pretty bad when like some of the like most influential like YouTubers in the world and stuff like that are like real people that actually like play games because they like them, play it and go, this game sucks.
Mike, I wish I got paid for that.
They literally got paid to play the game and were like, this game sucks.
Wow, that's.
And then IGN was
I-
like 10 out of 10.
I feel
amazing.
sad for them.
You know, they feel sad for you because you played it and liked it.
I did. I played it and loved it, Mike. It wasn't
Everybody
just
feels
like.
sad for the people that played it and loved
It
it.
wasn't just like. It was love.
Yeah, that's, I mean, you know.
well, that's
You gotta make
your
bad
thing, I
calls.
guess.
Oh, I'm also kind of excited for that cat game. The game you play
Yes!
like as a cat.
Oh my goodness, I need that game so
It
badly.
looks really cool.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fantastic. You get to play as a cat. What more could you ask for in life?
Yeah,
I've
Mike,
always wanted to play as a cat.
Yep.
I'm so excited.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be a good time.
So good.
We have so many great
It's
games
so
to look
good.
forward to.
Listen, man, 2022 is looking to be a good year.
I think
2021?
2022. 2021 is dead to me already. Ben killed it.
I don't know what I killed it with, but okay.
Ben took it out back and beat it to
It
death
was
with-
when you said that you didn't ever watch The Matrix. But
Ben took
That
it
does not even have
outside.
anything to do with this year.
Ben took 2021 and beat it to death with a golf club in front of its daughter.
Man. Yep. Pretty
I
much.
understood that reference.
With his big muscly girl arms.
Yeah. I love my muscly gorilla arms.
And then he got beat to death later.
I
Actually
love.
didn't happen, unfortunately.
No, it didn't happen, and it was great.
It,
Well, you always-
should have happened.
I wish
No.
everybody wished it happened, but
No,
no,
it,
didn't.
it shouldn't have happened. It
Well,
shouldn't have happened.
It was
Should've,
kind of weird how, the entire game is literally about trying to chase her down, and at the very end, you're like, you can just get on the boat and go.
It shouldn't
Yeah,
have
get outta
happened.
here.
Fine. That's fine.
Get out of here. But
All right,
really,
first
what
off,
we really wanted to happen
We're not ready to have this
what everybody
conversation.
really wants to happen is for 2021 to show up and beat the crap out of Ben.
There
Ben
you
won't
go.
be dead to me anymore.
2021 should show up as in a manifested form
Boom.
and just sucker punch him.
2020
Sucker
already
punch
beat the crap out of
his
me.
ass.
That's true.
Apparently not
2020
enough because you're still coming back with the hot takes in this year.
Mike, I
starting the
will
year
always
off
come
with some-
back. I will always come back swinging.
Starting the year
Yeah.
with some crazy talk. You haven't even seen the
2020
Matrix.
wiped the floor with Ben. Let me tell
It
you.
was- true.
I don't give up, Mike.
Listen, everybody, give Ben credit. A hand clap for Ben. He survived
it.
2020, and 2020 really tried to take him out.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not
It
even like
did
an
its-
underdog tale. It's
it
not
did
even
its
underdog tale.
darndest
It just
to
beat the
take me
crap
out.
out of him.
Yeah.
And like the bell rung before he gets the killing blow in, and Ben was like, "I'm still standing."
Yeah, he just survived. He didn't even like have a comeback. He just survived. He made it through. And
It's like one of those missions where they're like survive, and he had 1 hit point left, and then like the timer hit 10, as they're like timer hit 0 as he was hiding behind a barrel.
yeah, you
like-
can't even like fight back because then you'll die. You just have to keep moving and running.
Ben, you survived. You did it.
Good job, Ben. Hopefully 2021 will be an improvement. Let's
That was
all
just the
hope
intro
that.
though to 2020, the decade 2020.
Yeah, that's true.
The title screen just hit, and it's just 2021. He's like, "Wait, what?" Ben's
Yeah,
not talking to us anymore now.
yeah. Well,
Look at the sad look in his eyes.
with that
Listen,
being
Ben,
said, that was I guess interesting to talk
Yeah,
about.
I don't know what that
Yeah.
was. That really went off the rails.
Yeah, yeah, it did. But we'll be back next week. That's gonna be it for
Always.
this week and this episode. We got to wrap it up. It's time, everyone. But
Welcome to
2021
2021.
Yes.
is going to be
New year,
lit.
2022.
It's going to be
2022 is the
Josiah.
year.
it's going to
Don't
be
say
the best year
Don't, Josiah. I thought you just
Yes.
said.
time.
Things
Not
are
doing
changing.
this
Best
anymore.
year of all
The
time.
best year of all time. You know.
I
Everybody,
thought you said you're not doing this anymore.
Well, you know
No.
what? I'm a changed man again after this episode of this podcast, and
What?
I'm ready to take on 2021.
what?
listen, everybody,
Um,
hand claps for Ben for surviving this year too.
All right.
He can do it. If
I
one
just
thing Ben
have
is
one
good at, it's
last. I
taking a
have
beating.
one last thing to say.
Yes, give us your
Don't you
nugget
dare.
of wisdom.
Don't you dare. Don't do it.
Abby
Let
was
it
the
go.
best character of any
Oh
game
my gosh,
in
all right.
2020. All right, let's
all right,
go.
well,
all right,
we'll see you all next week
well,
without Ben, because
Oh,
Ben is
no.
going to mysteriously disappear and never
Ben
come
Matter
back.
left the
Oh, no.
podcast again. It's weird.
Oh,
It's
no.
crazy.
All right, see you everyone. Have a great week.
Bye.
And yeah, like this video if you're watching it on YouTube, or leave a review for the podcast if you're listening to it. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye. 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 Bye.